Okay, now we're going to start drafting plate D3. D3 in the multi-view packet, in the multi-view unit of study, gets a little more challenging. Very first thing that I want you to do, you're going to need to square up your paper, best off of this top border in the title block, and you're going to measure out your 1/8 inch, remember, 1/8 inch guidelines all the way down, draw them nice and light. Then you're going to put the word name, your name, the date, and the course is drafting, and then we're going to go ahead and continue on this exercise. Let's go ahead and do the top one first. Slide the board down a little bit. Top one, the top exercises seem to be a little simpler, so a little easier. So we'll start with this one. Okay, the very first thing you want to do is make sure you read the directions. You're going to draw the 3 views. Remember, the front, again, the top, and the right side. You're going to draw them. They've given you the grid pattern to draw those views in, and they've even labeled it for you. Front. Remember, we always start with the front, and then go to the top or the right side. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do, we have to realize that each one of the given squares is 1/4 of an inch. It's 1/4 of an inch. They've given us all of our dimensions here. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start off by drawing the basic outside shape, the basic outside views of my front, right, and top side. I know that this is 3 1/4 wide. The whole block is 3 1/4 wide from the top and the front. So I'll just count out 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 inches. And then I have to go one more, so there's my 1/4. So I know that the end of my block is going to come along this edge. So I'll just use square, and I'll draw a line there. Draw my line there. Okay. Know from the dimensions over here that my block is 1 3/4 high, so I can count 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1, and 1, 2, 3. There's the 3/4. So basically, what they've given you here is the height. The height and the width of the block. So all I have to do now is go in and darken in for the outside of this block. And there I have really easily the outline of the front of my block, which is 3 1/4 wide by 1 3/4 high. When I come to the right side, it's even easier because I know they've given me the bottom left and right corners here and here of the block, and I know the block has to be the same height from the right side as the front, so I know it's on this plane. So all I really have to do with the right side is go in and just draw my lines. Right there. And draw on the sides. There and there. Okay, so now I have the outline of the front and the right side. Now all I have to do is do the outline of my top, and then we'll go in and start putting our dimensions in. Again, from the top, they've given us the 2 corners here and here, and I know that if my block is 3 1/4 this long from the front, it has to be the exact same from the top. So all I really need to do then is go in, use my drafting tools, and just draw my lines. And I can darken those in. There. Now I've got the basic outline, front, top, right side. I'll come in and clear off my little marks where I was just showing you the measurement. The next thing I need to do is start laying out my measurement. So it's 3/4 of an inch in from both sides, so I'll count in 1, 2, 3/4, and 1, 2, 3/4. Those lines go all the way up to the top edge of the block. So that's a pretty easy one to accomplish. I just need to go in and draw those 2 lines. And that these are the 2 surfaces I just drew in. Okay, and then darken these lines back in where I erased them. Next thing I need to do, I need to have this line cut across the middle of the center. I don't know how far it is up, but they've given me the down measurement, so I can count 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks down, which is 1 inch, 4/4 is an inch, and I draw that line in, and I have just completed that easily the front view of the block. If I look from the top view, I know that these lines intersect with these lines, so I can just use my drafting tools and go mark them here and here. I know they'll cut across to the top view there, and I know from the block that it comes in a 1/2 inch. A 1/2 inch is 1/2 squares. 1/2 squares. So that's a pretty easy one to finish up too. I go there. I go there. Slide my T-square down, and I go there. So now I have top view done. Now I just need this line. I know this line comes in 3/4 of an inch from the front. 1, 2, 3/4. Bring that line there. And then if you look at it from the front, this is gone. So I can use my eraser to clean that line up. And the front view is gone. Now on this drawing, on these drafting plates, it's necessary also to put all of the hidden views in. It looks like there's nothing going on the right side view, but if you look inside, we have these cutaways. The cutaway is going to drop down an inch, going to come out to 3/4 of an inch to the end, and drop all the way down. So all I need to do is mark out my points. There's my 1/2 inch in. I'm going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to come down to this point, and I'm going to come out to 3/4 of an inch. 1, 2, 3/4 of an inch from the end. So all I really need to do then is just connect those points with hidden lines. Please remember they're hidden lines. I'm going to bring this up, hidden line to there, and I'll drop my hidden line onto the bottom, and that's exercise number 1 done.